I'm doing a thematic unit on World War II, and I'm incorporating math and science and social studies. And today I'm going to do the social studies lesson on how to develop questions that you can answer from the history, the historical research and study. How many of you guys like social studies? Have you guys seen that movie, any good World War II movies? Have you guys heard of Saving Private Ryan? Well, today we're going to learn some of the information about the story behind those movies. Does that sound interesting?
Yeah.
You guys like to know why all that stuff happens? Because it's not fiction or make-believe. There's a reason behind the war, and today I'm going to teach you how to formulate questions about the American history. So today, we're going to be able to develop a T-chart, and can you guys see it okay? And I have my computer developed it as, we're going to make one column and break it up into three. So everyone write Pearl Harbor in the first column. And then when you guys are done making this bar at the top with 3 spaces and Pearl Harbor in the first, just give me your eyes and I'll continue. And the next column we're going to write Roosevelt's request. It's capital R and then O X E V L T. Apostrophe S. And I titled it Roosevelt's Request. And the next one is going to be called America in World War II. And I'm going to go ahead and take this down for a second, and I want to see if you guys can come up with some of the stuff during the lesson. And this way you guys will help formulate some questions and memorize facts about what we're going to learn today. And then I'll bring it back up, and then we'll see how much stuff we've come up with. Can anyone tell me what plays the central role of what started America's involvement in World War II? guys have any idea why the war happened? It's one of the biggest wars in our history. Yeah, pretty much. Do you guys know who bombed Pearl Harbor? Do you guys remember who in the movie was attacking us? Yeah. What do you guys think? Japan? That's right. And we were attacked by Japan, and then that's what led us to go and get involved in World War II. When Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, who was the president?
Angelina for today.
What do you guys think? Lincoln? No. Starts with an R. That's correct. And this is why I labeled it Roosevelt's request, because after Japan attacked us, he wanted to make a request for war. And this led us into our entrance into World War II. And this was a global military conflict. We had England and Russia, and it was us versus Japan, Germany, and I think it was Italy. So what if I told you World War II, during the war, what if I told you that Roosevelt never requested war in Japan? It's true. But what would have the main thing that would have happened? We would have never gone into. That's correct. We would have never entered into World War II. I'm going to go through the PowerPoint now, and if you guys have some questions or facts memorized, decide whether you think it'll go under Pearl Harbor, or if it'll be under Roosevelt's request, or when we enter into World War II. This will help you guys formulate questions on the historical study and research of World War II. And I'll call on you guys, and you guys can tell me what you guys have under each column. And this will also help you guys write down key points while I'm going through the PowerPoint, and it'll help you create questions for your key points. So the first thing we're going to talk about is Japan's bombing of Pearl Harbor. How many of you guys know what the bomb looks like? It's a vegetable shape. You know what the vegetable's called? I think it's a vegetable. So actually they call it, I think it's from the fungi family. Starts with an M. This is the shape of the cloud the bomb makes. It's called a mushroom cloud, and it looks just like a mushroom. The bomb goes like this when it explodes, and the smoke, and it goes down. It starts off right here, and it's like a big wave. And if you guys seen the mushroom, kind of looks like a mushroom, right? This is after Japan bombed us. We went over to nuke, which is short for nuclear explosion, and we went to the city of Hiroshima. After that, we went over to Tokyo and Nagasaki. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. And these were all part of the bombings. And this is a picture of what you guys will, what it would look like if you guys wanted to see a picture of the mushroom cloud. It's like bright yellow in the very top and a lot of cloudish looking shape. So Hiroshima became the first city in history subjected to nuclear warfare when the United States of America dropped the nuclear bomb on it on August 6th. You guys know the date? (1945). So you guys, looking at your T-chart here, you guys may think of stuff to write down. And this is a great picture here of, they have a sign here that marked the exact center of the explosion, and everything got ruined, as you can see. It's a bunch of rubble and debris and this is just somebody walking across here. So there was a lot of destruction from this nuclear explosion. On Sunday, December 7th, 1941, American ships were attacked at Pearl Harbor, and this signaled the beginning of World War II. The following day, President Roosevelt, you guys know his first name? Franklin D. Roosevelt, addressed Congress to request a declaration of war. And after we finish the T-chart, I'll let you guys form some groups, and we can point out some stuff in the PowerPoint and collect information and research. And then I can ask you guys, after you form the 3 groups from the 3 topics here, we can write down some information we collected so we can use this to study from. So you guys remember the date that President Roosevelt sent in the declaration? December? Very good. 1941. Very good. Now America enters into World War II. Japan suddenly pushed the United States into the struggle by attacking the American naval base. Do you guys know what a naval base is part of? The Army or the Navy or the Air Force? Navy, that's right. And this was at Pearl Harbor, and Pearl Harbor is located in the United States. In which state? Do you guys have an idea?
What?
Very good. 4 days later, who do you guys think declared the war on the United States? This guy was like, a lot of people think he was very evil. He killed like a bunch of, very good. And so what date do you think in December 1941 was the date that the U.S. had the declaration of war? It was the next day.
December 8th?
Very good. Because December 7th was when we requested the war on Japan. Does anybody want me to go over something? Did I go over it too quick from the PowerPoint? Remember, this is, I forgot to show you guys. This is a picture of President Roosevelt. This is the best pictures I think they had in the 1940s. I think color came out sometime after that. Sometime soon after that. So that's a black and white photo. You guys know when color photos came out? Black and white. And that's what he looked like back in 1941. All right, let's go over the T-chart here. Do I have any volunteers who would like to write down what facts they have? Or tell me what facts they have? And I'm going to go ahead and add to this some stuff just to cover some key points that I might have missed in my PowerPoint. So Pearl Harbor was an attack from which place?
Japan.
Very good. Japan is part of which continent? Was it? Tokyo is also in this continent. Starts with an A. It's 4 letters. Asia, very good. We also, Pearl Harbor, you guys have an idea of how many U.S. ships were sunk?
4.
Yeah, very good. So under Pearl Harbor, we're going to put U.S. ships. We had 4 sunk U.S. ships. 4 sunken U.S. ships. Now there's another ship called a cruiser that the Navy has. And we sink about as much as U.S. ships, but not as much. How many guys want to take a guess? Very good. 3. Under what date in December did Roosevelt request for war?
December 7th, 1940.
That is correct. December 17th. Did you say 17th? Oh, December 17th, 1941. I'll try to. What part of the Church of the Sea is in the house of, you guys know anything about our government is? Roosevelt's request for war happened in, you guys heard like House of Representatives? And very good, House of Congress. And Congress approved. Congress approved Roosevelt's request. So millions listened. Because when you watch, how many of you guys think, how many viewers do you think a television show might have? Or a radio station if it's broadcasted? Like a lot, like 1 million. So that's how many people listened once Roosevelt requested, and that's when Congress approved it. So when America entered in World War II, this resulted in which war? World War II. So the two opposing forces that start with an A, does anybody have a guess what that might be? It's another word for like a friend. Kind of like apprentice. Like if you have a friend, he's like your, it starts with an A. So we have the Allies. And that'll be versus the opposing force. And it starts with an A. But it has the same amount of letters as Asia. It'll be the Axis powers. and it's AXIS. You guys remember what the Allies were? It'll be us, Great Britain, Roosevelt is the president at the time, but he would have been our ally, so that's good thinking. The Axis would have been part of what? Who bombed Pearl Harbor would have been part of the Axis. So what would be your guess as who would be the Axis power?
Japan?
Very good. And Hitler is from, so they would be part of the which power? Not the Allies, because those are us. So it would be the opposing.
X.
Very good, Axis. Can you guys see that better? So we've got, this is what you call a T-chart, and I just labeled it, it's kind of hard to read here. This is America's involvement in World War II, and I labeled it, this is how it all started. And as you can see, everything here is probably easier to read, I think. I was kind of trying to write it as big as I could, though, so you guys can read it. And I wanted to also prepare you guys for some assessment questions. But first I wanted to go ahead and do a jigsaw activity. And I wanted to form 3 groups. So we have 3 groups of 5. And I'll go ahead and number you guys off by ones. So, and we'll go up to 5. So we'll start with you. And we'll just number off 1 through 5. So it'll be 1,
2, 3, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 2.
So all the ones, and I think I did this wrong. All right, I should have numbered off 1 to 3. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2.
oh, you're 1. You're 2. But you're 1. Wait, were you 1?
I'm 1.
Okay, then you're 2. 1. So all the ones get together. We might have, I guess we might have I'll have all the ones and the twos and threes get together. So you're one, right? Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
Let's go with ones over here, twos in the back, and threes over there. Watch the chords. Gentlemen.
Alright, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time. I want you guys to formulate some questions that you guys might have about my lesson here. And then I'll go ahead and give you some assessment questions that I have, and we'll see if we can answer them all together. But first I'll have you guys, in each of your groups, come up with some questions you might have about each section here. And I'll go ahead and write down some questions, and then we'll answer the assessment questions I have. How much time do you guys think you might need? Like a couple minutes? Okay, and then how about like 2 or 3 questions? We'll try like total, we'll kind of come up with like from each group, try to think of like 1 or 2 good questions. And then we'll try to come up with about like 4 really good questions. How you guys doing? A good way, a good question starter would be how we got involved in World War II and who Congress approved. What was the cause of World War II? Stuff like that. Okay, you guys good? Or how about, you guys want like 10 more seconds? Or okay. If you guys have any questions, just go ahead and let me know. All right, I'll go ahead and ask you guys. And you guys are Pearl Harbor? Or were you guys? Okay, I was going to have you guys Pearl Harbor, World War II, and Roosevelt.
Thank you.
But that's okay. All the questions are about the same topics, so what questions did you guys come up with?
Why did Japan attack Pearl Harbor? What questions did you guys have? What did military defense make them bomb USA or ships?
in the first place?
Why did Japan attack Pearl Harbor?
No.
Yeah, like, why did Japan, what did they do to make us bomb our ships and US ships? Well, that's a good question. All our ships that were bombed were part of Pearl Harbor, so that's a good question.
What was the cause that Japan wanted to bomb Pearl Harbor?
Well, why did Japan attack Pearl Harbor? What was the cause of Japan? Yeah, that's the, we have, so far we have why Japan attacked Pearl Harbor. And you guys have, can you guys think of another question?
Was Hitler involved in World War II?
And what kind, one more, go ahead.
Mr. Linderman, you have about 3 more minutes.
Okay.
Sorry. See that spray bottle up there? Can you grab that? Take that to
All right.
Stella and see if it can get
And my
refilled so I can
question
clean
that
the
I would
boot.
like to add to this is, was the attack on Pearl Harbor the cause for America to enter into World War II? You guys think yes or no?
Yeah.
You guys think? Very good. Why did Roosevelt request war on Japan? What happened to us at, and this is also why Congress approved Roosevelt's request. What happened to us? We lost ships, and then we were attacked in what state?
Japan? No. America?
In which state in America?
Hawaii.
Very good. And who was in charge of Germany's regime?
Hitler?
So do you guys think Hitler was involved? It's a big kind of, right? And why did Japan attack Pearl Harbor? Anybody have any idea? Hitler wanted to take over the world, and Japan was trying to take over. The same reason why Hitler wanted to take over the world, they wanted to take us over, and we basically lost a bunch of. And the movie Pearl Harbor, and it's been like a big part of our history because Japan wanted to take over. And that should cover the. And today we learned how to formulate some questions on the historical study with the social studies part of our history lesson on America's involvement in World War II. And I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson. Thank you guys for being cooperative.
Okay.